Oh, man. Yo, someone liked it and says no one's in here. That's sick, though. Oh, what's up? How's your day going? Hope it's good. My plan for the live, I'm just trying to figure out what story I should tell tomorrow, because I don't have a great idea, so just want to talk to people till something happens, you know, or until I get an idea, because I kind of want to tell a party one, but it's hard to remember them, and they always mesh together. That happens with all my stories, though, whether I'm talking about, like, something I took, or a party, or girls, it just meshes together, which is the part that sucks. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm also gonna live stream Madden right after this. So, like, as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna plug my phone in and get on Madden. That's the plan. I like the gaming videos, but I gotta do something new. Like, I was trying out the vlog thing, and the views were, better than most of the story time. So I might go with the vlogs, but I gotta do something, you know? And I'm not old enough to just be walking around, like, smoking in stores, you know? Or else I would try that, you know? Like, smoke a blunt in a Target or something. Like, that sounds fun, and people text me and tell me I should do that. And I can't pronounce, maybe I could say Fulcrum, is that his name? People tell me to do the shit he does all the time. So I think about it, but, like, I don't know. I don't really want to get demonetized before I'm even monetized, you know, or banned or get a strike or something. I already have a community guideline strike, but that was because there was songs in the background. How was I supposed to know that? I wasn't thinking about it, you know. But what are you gonna do? And earlier I was walking with I had my puppy, right, who stays at my grandma's house, because I already have 2 dogs here and a bunny, so it's a lot going on for a new puppy. So I go visit the puppy every day. I'm hanging out with her, and there's an electrical fence, right? There's dogs on either side barking. She runs straight through the electrical fence, right? And I got there and smoked. That was the first thing I did. I got there, I smoked, got the puppy out, right? And the puppy runs across the electrical fence. I see her twitch like she got shocked, but she didn't give a fuck. She just kept running towards the dog, and I had to chase after her. And I was like, come on. Like, what's the point of the electrical fence then? They just run straight through it. But I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever. I mean, at least I'm going to see the puppy and making videos. It could be way worse. And I'll play Madden after this. Tomorrow's quite the day. I gotta go see the puppy early, and I've been waking up at like 12. Usually, if you check these out a lot, I post my stories at like between like 10 and 12, sometimes 1, 2-ish. But recently, or the past couple days, I'm posting them way later because I just wake up at like 12 now. So I gotta fix my sleeping schedule. And I'm supposed to go bowling tomorrow, so hopefully that goes well. I suck at bowling, though. I do not do well. Wii bowling, I'll fuck up Wii bowling, you know? And the like, special side game for Wii bowling where you have to, like, knock down 1,000 pins. I love that shit. You know what's dumb, though? Wii boxing. I hate Wii boxing. I suck at that, too. I played against so many people when I was younger. I haven't played Wii anything in, like, 2 years, but I remember, though, just no matter who I played against, no matter how hard I tried or swung my arms, I would get knocked out. And you know how you could throw a hook and shit? Like, I could never do that. But speaking of Wii bowling, dude, you got that pretty ball. I used to strive for that thing. When you got that ball that had the stars on it or sparkled or whatever, I would do anything to get on that. That was my shit. Man. But speaking of games, because I got the PlayStation 5, right? Which, little late, couple years later, but I'm not arguing. I love that shit. I don't know what other games to get. I just have Madden on there. And I have Fortnite, but I haven't played it. I played it like once. So, I need to get more games for there, but I don't know what. I was thinking about sports games, like just get 2K, maybe NHL, MLB, but I don't know. I want to try something new. I just get bored of so many games. Is the problem. Like I used to love Fallout, but now I just don't have the I just get bored of it. Like I'm just exploring and I'm like I haven't seen a person or one of those infected dog things in forever. Oh, my neighbor's outside. You know, she's creeping me out. She's just walking around. I do not like my neighbors, right? I have one cool neighbor. I don't know about you guys. Let me know if you have cool neighbors or not. But me, no. No, right? And I used to do bad things, so I understand. Like, I would come back and blast in the music, just like the whole car shaking, so, like, that's annoying. I'd speed down the road. There's kids on the street. That's annoying. Like, I did annoying things, and, you know, when I had nicotine and I would go see people and stuff, they'd call the cops on me. So it's like, why can't I have cool neighbors? But I do have one neighbor that's cool, right? That dude's amazing. That dude's awesome. I see him all the time when I'm out smoking. He just waves to me. I'm like, what a guy. What a guy. And he's been waving to me since I was like 16 out there. So that's funny. But I also have neighbors that ask for shit. There's these one neighbors, and they're not even like, if they had a bad situation or something going on, of course, help out, you know? But no, there was a stretch for like 3 months where every single day they'd send their, like the youngest one, it was this dude's daughter. I don't know how old she was, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. She would come over and knock on the door, right? And we'd open the door and she'd be like, can I have an egg? And she would say that shit every day. And it's like, I'm not saying she doesn't need it, but what does she need it for? An egg a day? Like what? I should tell a story about that. That would be funny. That could be my story for tomorrow. Because that shit, who does that? Like, I get it if you're, like, I don't get it at all, really. I don't see a reason you could need just one egg. Like, maybe you're making a cake and you're like, shit, I need one egg. I don't want to go to the store. But why would you send the youngest one in the family over, you know? It just doesn't seem logical to me, but who knows? Who knows? There's a new dispensary that opened up by my grandpa's house. And, of course, I can't go in it, you know, till another year because I'm only 20. But I do look at the menus, and I have older friends, so you can assume what happens, right? And I was looking at it, and it looks cool. Like, I am so excited for that to turn 21. People go drinking, and they go to bars, not me. I'm going to all these dispensaries. I just want to look inside. It's like an adult 7-Eleven. I'm so pumped for that. And that's going to be a good time. To me, at least. I always love that. I also kind of want to get food, but I'm not going to drive for a bit. So, I'm crossing that one out. Well, I can make food, too, but I want to stream Madden. I want to win that. That was hard to pick up, too. Having a PlayStation 4 for so long, playing Madden, right? And then you get the new Madden, it's like, everything's new. It took me forever to learn. I got my ass kicked a couple times. But I don't know. We'll see. I also got to get a new cart, unfortunately. I always hate that feeling. But then when you do get a new one, oh, it's such a good feeling. You look at it and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. That's good, you know? Also, you know what I've realized? So, besides, how do you say, Oppenheimer and Barbie? Are those the two that came out? I think so. That's definitely the two. Those two movies, like, I know a lot of people went and saw those. But I'm talking, forget about those, right? Like, just forget about them for a second. Since COVID, there's been, like, no good movies out, dude. There's been, like, I remember I didn't go a bunch, but when I was, like, in middle school and stuff, we'd go to the movies all the time. There was always a scary movie or something we wanted to see, you know? Something that looked good. And now, like, I guess that they're doing a little better recently, but especially during, like, right after COVID, and I know it takes time and stuff, but there's actors, they can get it going, you know. The movies just sucked. Like, there was nothing out. And they just keep remaking movies. They remake movies, and they do a bunch of scary movies. Like, The Nun 2, the first Nun was horrible. I watched that, and I mean, everybody has their own opinion. You can like it, but I thought it was ass. Like, it wasn't scary. There was a couple jump scares, but, like, there's jump scares in comedy movies, you know? Like, it's not that special. I think of horror movies, I want to think of something that I'll remember, you know? Like, Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe was one of the best scary movies I saw, and I was like 12 when I saw that. And I couldn't process everything I was seeing, you know, like I said, I was only 12, but when he has that girl in the basement, you know, that shit's so scary. And like, I just thought it was the coolest idea. Like, they break into a blind guy's house, and then the guy like fights him and turns off the lights. Like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But then you watch it and you're like, oh, this is fucked up. And Get Out was a great movie. You know, like, that's what I'm saying. There are scary movies where they come along and it's like, okay, that's good. Or I guess just movies altogether. But like, remember for years there was just a lot of good comedy movies that, like, Grown Ups came out. I know that can be like cringy. That can not, I mean, now looking back on it, some of those movies are not great. But there's some that came out like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, that were just great. And then they took a break. They were like, you know what? No good movies for a couple years. But that's just recently. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. Maybe I just get stoned and watch YouTube too much. And then I'm like, oh man, missed that, you know? I'm trying to think, though. What's a movie I would go see in theaters right now? Maybe the GameStop one, but the trailers for it kind of suck. You know, trailers are supposed to be like a minute, 2 minute, and it's supposed to have a lot of scenes. Well, not a lot, but like the 4 best scenes, like a little clip of them, you know? And then you watch the movie like, oh, I saw that. Like, I saw that in the preview, you know? But that one just says fun, like money, rich, and then it shows like the same 2 scenes, you know what I mean? Like them in the car and then the girl being like, we lost $1 billion or whatever they say, like a day, and it's like, we've seen that trailer like 6 times, you know? I don't know. I'm hating on movies. I don't know how to make a movie. Superbad's back on Netflix. I love that movie. Superbad, I have a lot of favorite movies for different, you know, genres and how you're feeling, but Superbad, I never get sick of that. When he has the lunchbox filled with dick photos or dick drawings, that shit's the funniest. I loved that. And this is also another random thing I thought about. I noticed one person's been staying in here. I love you. You're amazing. Who do you guys watch for YouTube? Because I was also thinking about who do I watch the most on YouTube, right? And it used to be Dope as Yola. I used to watch him all the time. And then I would watch Goblin, or listen to Goblin, I guess. Goblin I watched a lot, you know. I thought he had the great story times. And them two gave me the idea to start doing the stories and just make a YouTube, you know. But I wanted to incorporate everything I do, like games, the puppy, you know. Not just stories. But them two and, like, Xcode even, he had some fire stories. Who else? I'm trying to think besides Storytime channels. Danny Duncan, guys like that, you know. But, alright, my phone, the battery thing just popped up, so I'm going to head out here in a second. I'm going to start streaming Madden, so if you're watching this now, or you check this out afterwards, go check out the Madden stream, because hopefully I'm doing good and winning. Alright, peace.